Q12 in section 1. So, Kelly, did you pick C?
I did.
Paige, you picked C. Yeah, a lot of people pick C. B is the right answer. Yeah.
I don't have my answer sheets. I just have like little circles next to those.
You, the ones you were debating? B and D or B and C? Did you pick D, maybe? C? It doesn't matter. Let's talk about it. So what's this? The conclusion is the last sentence, right? The mountain snowpack will probably melt more rapidly and earlier in the season, leading to greater spring flooding and less storable water to meet summer demands. The evidence for this is that over the coming century, winter temperatures are likely to increase in the Rocky Mountains due to global warming. Is that surprising? Actually, surprised. This is just a this is not news. This is just a LSAT question. Oh, you hated this one? Yeah. So is that first sentence surprising, Kelly? No, not surprising. Yeah, the winter temperatures are going to get increased due to global warming. That sounds like global warming to me. Now, granted, some places will probably get colder, but this will cause a greater proportion of precipitation to fall as rain instead of snow. Is that surprising? No, not surprising, right? So far, so good. It's the conclusion that I think is a little surprising. Because what do we not talk about in the premises that we talk about in the conclusion? Okay, it says the snowpack will probably melt more rapidly. They didn't talk about that. It's not super surprising if you have rain, right? More rain, then maybe the snowpack will melt more quickly. So that part of the conclusion, I'm not totally adverse to, but it's not proven. And it says, and earlier in the season, that's not surprising because the temperatures are warmer, right? So this is making sense. But this, leading to greater spring flooding and less storable water to meet summer demands, I just absolutely have no knowledge of storable water. Like, if the water comes sooner, does that mean you can't store it? Like, that's certainly plausible, but we never talked about the storage of water, right? Are we cool with this? So the conclusion has a lot of elements that were never discussed, but this last one in particular, in my opinion, is just very problematic. It's not that it's unlikely, it's just that it's not proven. Okay, so B, well, let's start with C. That's the one you were tempted by, or D? Okay, C, on average, in areas of the Rocky Mountains in which winters are relatively mild, there is less storable water to meet summer demands. This is good, right? Because it's saying there's less storable water, and that's the part of the conclusion we were concerned about. Then there are in areas of the Rocky Mountains that experience colder winters. So, okay, you have less storable water when it's warmer. But the thing about this answer choice is, how is it different than B? This is test 71.
Oh, so do I need to get a packet out too?
Nope, okay. Not for this, yeah. Notice B, it says in other mountain regions. So we're not talking about the Rocky Mountains, which is probably why you didn't pick this one, right? Okay, yeah, so one mentions both and the other one mentions Rocky Mountains. Rocky Mountains seems like, hey, this is relevant, right? Well, the thing about this is B says in other mountainous regions after relatively mild winters. Notice what's happening. They're talking about the mountainous region, and they're saying after a mild winter, then you have greater spring flooding and less storable water. Then those mountainous regions after cold winters. So you take the same mountainous region, and when it's warmer, you have less storable water, right? Answer choice C is not comparing the same regions. Does that's the critical difference here. It's not really the number of things. The number of things matters too, but not as much. So answer choice B is talking about a whole mountainous region, and when it's warmer, you have less storable water. Answer choice C is comparing one part of the Rocky Mountains to another part of the Rocky Mountains. So you really need to take the same part and say when it gets warmer, then you have less storable water. the problem by comparing two different regions or areas of the Rocky Mountains is that it could be true that this place has less storable water, not because of the temperature, but because of something else about that region. Does that make sense? Yeah, so there's an alternative explanation here in this situation. There's less so here because we're comparing the same area. Sound good? Yeah. Now, I think the fact that they talk about two things is nice. That helps. Answer choice B a little bit. But answer choice C talks about Rocky Mountains, right? So that would be like more relevant than just some other mountain region. But it's really this comparison is just totally defunct. Ashley, you feel better about that? You don't like that?
No, because what if
No.
the other mountainous regions also have like geographical differences?
Well, that's the thing is that they compared the mountainous region to itself. They said, okay, let's take a look at the mountainous region, and then let's take a look at it again when it's warmer. And so what happened was when the temperature went up, you saw less storable water, and so the only difference that we know of is the change in temperature. Whereas the difference here could have something to do with the location or whatever.
Oh, I see.
The difference might not be just temperature. So annoying. Oh, that's fair enough. Any other questions on this one?
Which one is this one?
This is 12 in section 1 of test 71.
In the whole test, you mean? Or
Yeah. Or any other questions? Yeah.
I have a game question.
Well,